Hello, and welcome to the second week of Cooking with Mrs. Boike. So, if you're anything like me, which maybe you are, you've been home for a couple weeks now, you're a little bored, and you've started to want to try something new. And for me, that involved baking. Now, I kind of looked at what I had already in the house, and we had a lot of apples, and we have a lot of carrots, and we have a lot of other random stuff. So I was looking through Pinterest and found some recipes for an apple cake, delicious, and a carrot cake, because it's my husband's favorite cake, both of which turned out delicious. And it got me thinking about how we can incorporate fruits and vegetables into foods that we're probably already going to eat, and kind of get those extra nutrients from those things, and they kind of taste good. Other examples of this may be things like banana bread or zucchini bread, all things that we're just adding fruits and vegetables to, and it adds a little bit of moisture and adds a little bit of texture. For some of you, you may be thinking that's disgusting and I will never, ever, ever try it, but that's okay. Today, we are going to go through the process and make up a green berry smoothie. Now, when we did our cooking survey, most of you voted for that. I think it was 2/3 of everybody who voted for making smoothies. And when I've done work in the kitchens in the past, I have had students make smoothies almost every time we've done them. And every single time I give them the recipe, and they're like, "That's disgusting. I'm not going to put that in my smoothie." And every single time when they're done, they look at me and they say, "Oh, you can't even taste the spinach." So, trust me on this one. I promise if you do it right, you can't really taste the spinach, but you are getting the added nutrients of the spinach. So, as you can see, I have my hair already put up, and I have a short sleeve, kind of not billowy shirt on. So, we're ready for that. The next thing I have to do is wash my hands. All right, hands are clean. Now, the ingredients I'm going to use for my smoothie today include frozen berries. I'm going to use a little bit of all three of these liquids just because I like the different things they all bring to it. So I'm going to use a little bit of orange juice, a little bit of almond milk, and a little bit of coconut water. And then, as promised, our baby spinach. I promise it's not going to be that bad. I am using an individual sized smoothie because that's what I have. If all you have is a blender that has like one of the big cups, that's fine too. You can make a whole bunch, make a lot of smoothie, or mine helps me to portion control and to only make so much smoothie. Otherwise, I always make too much and then I have to like drink extra or throw some of it out. So the first thing I'm gonna put into my smoothie container is the fruits. This one's kind of the end of the thing, so I'm just gonna toss it all in. Maybe. Try not to make a mess with any rogue berries. And then a little bit of orange juice, a little bit of almond milk, and a little bit of coconut water. The more berries you have and the less liquid you have, the more liquid is going to make it liquidier, obviously. The more berries you have, the thicker it's going to get. If you use too many berries, it can sometimes be like an ice cream consistency. The last thing I'm going to put in is my spinach. Now, you don't have to put in a whole handful, just a little bit to get some of those nutrients, and kind of just put them in on top, so that way when I flip it over to blend, that way the spinach is on bottom so the blender gets it right away. If you are making this in a big pitcher blender, put the spinach on bottom and then put the heavy stuff on so that it pushes it down. One safety tip I would have for working with blenders is that you want to make sure it's unplugged until you are ready to blend, because there's always that chance that you're going to turn it on before you're ready and you're either going to blend yourself or you're going to make a giant mess. So make sure your lid is fastened tightly. My lid is my blade, so then I flip it over and I position it, and I plug it in, and then after it's blended for a little while, you can kind of see that all the chunks are missing from it, or all the chunks are gone. Uh-oh, I broke something. So I got my smoothie off. Mine's a little liquidier because I had less frozen and more liquid. So I'm gonna take it off, put my lid on, and walk away. I hope you enjoyed your smoothie. There are so many different combinations you can make with this. You can use what you do like, you can exclude what you don't like. If you don't like strawberries, don't use them. If you don't like orange juice, don't use it. It's really that simple. So go ahead and test out a couple different things. Talk with a parent or an adult to see if there's things that you can use or that they prefer you not use to make your smoothies at home. Don't forget to add a little bit of spinach because I promise you they taste fine. You don't have to be afraid of it.